Hello everyone, I've been trying to make this video for absolutely ages. Anyway, I am temporarily, sort of, back. Today is the 18th, oh dear, Monday the 18th of May 2020. That went fast. So yeah, already past the halfway point in May. Wow, that means it's almost going to be half a year since Hillary was working and half a year since this part of the country has been back to normal. Everyone's asking me at home how are things, and everything's fine. I'm just at home as usual, although these days we're going out a lot more. Everything has not completely cleared up and I'm still hearing reports of outbreaks and cities on lockdown all across the country, but China is absolutely massive, so something happening in one part of China doesn't represent, you know, the country. It's not like, say, the UK or some European countries where if something is happening in that country, it kind of almost represents the whole country, because if it's an infectious disease happening in one part, it's not that far to get to the next part. But China is like the USA, where there are provinces and states that are the size of European countries. So if you lock down a city and lock down a province, you can kind of contain it to within that part of the country, and, you know, whatever. Anyway, with Beijing being on lockdown for so long, lockdown to outsiders, that is, not lockdown within the city. It's been on lockdown for so long, now it's completely relaxed. We have like a health code on our phones. I don't, but other people do. And it tells you if you've been sort of around anyone else who has been infected, so you can kind of have an idea. I suppose it's like the contact tracing that they're trying to do in the UK and other parts of Europe and America, I believe. The reason why I didn't record these videos is because every time I started going off on one about the virus and the reporting of it back in the West, and it just got on my nerves, and I just thought, you know what, what's the point? It's like, I don't want to be the one that tells you that the aliens have landed and then everyone's like, oh god, and then when the aliens start killing people, then people are still like, oh god, and then when the aliens are like knocking at the door, people are like saying, oh yeah, that's what Locksley said like absolutely ages ago, should have got ready. So I don't want to keep doing that because it's getting on my nerves. But yeah, I'll just tell you what is happening with me and my family in this situation. So we've been going out a lot more, like I said, we're going to parks and stuff. So far, we've only needed to use the health code once, and because mine wouldn't work, because mine's connected to a passport instead of an ID card, the app only recognises ID card numbers, so I just got let through because people around me had theirs and it was all green, it was all okay, so they just said, just go through. So yeah, we went to the Olympic Park during the May holiday, and as you can see, it was completely back to normal. Everyone was out, it was absolutely packed as usual. We found a little spot to sit down, and since there's so many people here, we just thought we'd take our face masks off for a little bit, because I don't know where everyone is. We thought the May holiday would be really busy, I thought, but so far there's no one here. There are people here, but it's, I mean, you can see there are some people here. You could hardly say that this is busy though.
带它跑去了。哎哎嘿！
So there's really not a lot of people. Interesting. I wonder if they're all at the park and not here. We'll investigate. Have no fear.
Hello.
So yeah, as you can see, on that day, it was so busy, we could barely go through the crowds, you know, that was like completely back to normal. All the May 5th, all the May 1st holidays in Beijing are crazy because people come from all over the country and pile into big cities, not just Beijing, pile into the big cities to go travel and shopping and eating and all that stuff. And as you can see from the video, it was absolutely packed and back to normal, completely back to normal, no sarcasm whatsoever. So yeah, everything's back to normal. Yesterday we went to a barbecue. I didn't actually take any pictures or videos because it felt a bit weird. I was invited to this barbecue by one of my old students and their family, so it was like, I don't know, about 10 to 15 kids with lots of parents and family friends who I've never met before. Would have been a bit weird to start taking videos of people's families, and I don't know them. I mean, I only know the students, I don't really know the families, so nah. But yeah, that was interesting, and the last few weeks have been sort of like, just not a lot happening really, just being at home. Hillary though, oh my god, she's working from home, and I don't know how this is affecting you guys back in your countries, but here in China, working from home means you are a slave to the company. Like, I'm talking, she's getting messages and calls and all sorts from like 7 in the morning until like 1 o'clock in the morning, like 1 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm talking like non-stop. There's some days where I'm like, there's no point her being at home because it's like she's not there, like a ghost. So just me and Oscar, and no, Oscar's watching TV now, a new cartoon. It's just me and Oscar, and on the days when Hillary's busy, it's not every day like this, but a lot. There's no day off. There's no day off. All the time, her boss and colleagues and customers, I could say, because she works in a training center, the customers, the students, whatever, the parents keep on messaging, and people are getting really impatient, I suppose because everyone's been at home for so long. People are just getting frustrated and angry and mad and just losing their mind. So like they send a message like, because they're having online classes, so what time's the online class next week? Why aren't you replying? It's been 10 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna message somebody else. Oh, I've messaged Hillary and she hasn't replied to any of my messages. Has she left the company? So then one person's freaking out thinking, what? Hillary's left the company? That person hasn't replied. Are you there? Is the company still there? Send a message now to the boss. I've messaged like a bunch of your employees and no one's replying to me. Is the company existing? I might actually, I wanna ask for a refund before the company goes under because no one's replying. I feel like everyone's leaving. And it's like, stuff like this is happening all the time. And the amount of time elapsed on a normal day, you wouldn't expect to reply so quickly. Especially like you send a message to someone at 7 in the morning. You don't, I mean, I don't know about you, but if I send a message to someone at 7 in the morning, I'm probably not expecting a reply until 10, 11. Like if I think that they're probably going to work, at work, waking up, whatever, I'm thinking 11 probably, or 12 even if it's like a really busy workplace, lunch break kind of time, expect to reply by lunchtime. But these people are messaging and expecting replies like within a minute, 2 minutes. It's crazy. So she's like non-stop messaging, then a phone call comes through, and then on the computer she's got stuff to do, and then she's asking me to translate stuff, and it's just like, so working from home is not good. Oh yeah, this bedroom, we've got this bedroom now. It's a smallish bedroom. The housemate has gone, he's left. He came in the middle of the night, one night, he just told us, I'm on my way, I'm coming now. And we were like, okay. Morning everyone, I'm coming to you from our extra spare room. It's got a bit of an echo right now because we haven't, you know. Anyway, let me just show you this room, hang on. So the room is not so big, you know, it's got a bed. Look at the state of that bed, what? Anyway, but the most important thing is these walls. Nasty, 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 nasty. There's like dead mosquito splats absolutely everywhere, and I can't even like, there's a dead mosquito splats and footprints and everything. That, I don't even know. It's not a very pretty sight. So to combat the echo, we've bought some soundproofing pads, and they're gonna go up on the wall, and also to just cover up these dead mosquito splats, because, yeah, so we bought some soundproofing stuff, and we're gonna try and like decorate the room a little bit, not too much, not too crazy, because you know it's not too crazy. So we're not gonna decorate too much, but we're gonna make it a bit more like our room over this side of the apartment, which is, you know, minus the mosquito splats, and also not very big, but it's much better than that one, yeah. So him and his girlfriend came in with their shoes on, dirty shoes, walking around the apartment like, I don't know where they've been walking before, but it was like footprint after footprint after footprint. And we were just watching like, oh God, at least they're going, at least they're going. So they came, packed up everything. I mean, he didn't have a lot, to be honest. He packed up everything from here within one night, stuffed it into a bag, and they were gone. And then this room was a nightmare. We had to clean it. It was disgusting. The floor, oh my God, so sickening. And the walls were disgusting too. So we put like a wallpaper on the wall. It's supposed to be soundproofing, but I don't think so. But pretty much the walls were covered in mosquitoes, dead mosquitoes and footprints, because he's obviously been using his shoes and just like squashing mosquitoes everywhere. So there were just footprints everywhere and dead mosquitoes everywhere. It was unlivable. You couldn't live in here. You couldn't even come in here without feeling like you need to have a shower after stepping in. We bought the soundproofing. I should put air quotes there. And it's arrived, and this is how thin. Well, you can't even tell how thin it is, but it's really thin. It's barely thicker than paper. So, I mean, it looks like a normal wall, white bricks, but soundproofing? Don't think so. From this to this. And then we've got this wall to do as well. Lots of dead mosquitoes to cover up. Yeesh. With this wallpaper kind of apparently soundproofing really thin thing. Yeah, anyway, it looks good. Not finished, but the room is looking better already. Oh, there's a mosquito. Can you guys see that? Time to test out the mosquito killer. Mosquito, your time has come. Meet the tennis racket of doom. Oh yeah. So we put wallpaper up everywhere, and just pretty much oh my God. We just covered the mosquitoes. We didn't bother cleaning anything, couldn't bother, it was just too much. So we just wallpaper over the mosquitoes, covered everything, hid all the evidence, and Oscar's here now. We just hid all. Great, I know, right? Yeah. Oh my God. We hid all the evidence, so now the walls just look nice and clean. And this is now the office room. But the problem is the Wi-Fi signal in here is so bad. My God. But that's for another time. So yeah, just. So just giving you an update, everything is fine, all is well. It's just, stuff is not yet back to normal. It will be soon though, apparently. Hey, Oscar, don't kick the camera. No, here. It will be soon, apparently. Oh, come. Okay. So, look, Oscar, look there, look. Yeah. It will be soon, apparently. I'm hearing that by June the 1st, careful. I'm hearing that in June, schools in Beijing will be back to normal, and then that means that Hillary's work will follow. So, not sure after the schools open, like what kind of time we'd have to wait for Hillary's company to open again, but it should be soon. So things are looking good, I guess. Who knows what the real numbers are, right, in Beijing? But I guess if people have been locked in their homes long enough, that whatever the numbers were, right now, most of the people with, you know, should have had it and died or had it and got over it. So I'm just assuming now that things are under control. No idea how many people actually had it or died at the time, but that we'll never know. We'll never know. So that's all from me. I will see you soon, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure, we'll see. But I just wanted to get a video out there because people have been asking, what's happening, where are you, and all this stuff. So I'm okay, everything's fine. Nothing to report, it's just boring, that's all. It's boring, and that's why I haven't been able to make videos, because there's nothing to talk about without referring back to the virus, and ooh, it's getting on my nerves. All right, that's it. See you. Bye bye.